Good morning, folks. Guess what? We've got space weather. We've also got enough other news to knock a sock off or two, so let's get to it. We're starting with our star at spaceweathernews.com, finding the last day on the sun with the coronal holes displaying prominently in 193 angstroms. But to see some of the action, we'll need to find other wavelengths of light. In 304 angstroms, we can see the northern filament curl up to release. That ejection is more easily seen in 171 angstroms of light, and after it releases, a small coronal field break occurs at the eastern limb. And then to the south of that Earth icon, those bright points are active regions with some actual sunspots developing. We'll monitor those today, along with the solar wind. We've been expecting the stream from the equatorial opening of the coronal hole to arrive last night, and it did, but not before a cosmic ray error occurred. Let's see them both. First is that spike in purple, not solar wind, but a cosmic nuclei. That's why it didn't touch any other index outside of the model of magnetic fields based on that solar wind data. Do not let that one wave last night fool you, because afterwards the coronal hole stream actually did arrive. That's the telemetry rise you see after the error spike. This one touched every single index and chart, and as those of you with our app might have noticed, a geomagnetic storm alert came through overnight. It is at minor levels only. Now, as you watch the multiple wave signature of a real space weather event, know that we will need to monitor both the solar wind for intensification throughout the day and those sunspots for development. Up next, this Japan quake makes 4 6-pointers in 5 days. This region and areas to the south are under major alert, especially because of the lows nearby. 3 strong ones, and let's go ahead and watch their progression expected this week. Taiwan and China take a blast first, and then a much stronger and more well-developed system finds its way heading north of Japan. As of now, luckily the GFS model has it skirting the coastline. Hopefully that forecast holds. On to the news. We begin with an aesthetic piece. Hubble looking edge-on at NGC 3432. They do believe it is a spiral galaxy that we are just disadvantaged in seeing due to our side-on angle of viewing. Stars, plasma, and dust glowing in the darkness. Magnetar article up next for those studying the detailed electrodynamics of their discharge bursts. This is important because the Earth shares the lower L-shell setup of fields, and during a major energetic event, they could have a similar discharge down in an arc that we think occurs on magnetars, say if we had a super flare or micronova event from the Sun. Got a piece here where they not only fail to find dark matter, but they practically failed to set any new limits or constraints. They are definitively running out of places to look. And folks, this last paper is incredible. It is a plasma universe piece from the side of language history. It turns out that Dr. Peratt's petroglyph analysis of plasma formation seen in the sky is in fact the best explanation for many old carvings, structures, sacrosanct items, and practices. Yes, he factors big time into both catastrophism and cosmology. And about that movie that already came out, we had 7 brilliant professors, 1 government scientist forced to work in secret. We presented 5 major hurdles for modern astronomical paradigms to confront, and the likely reason the physics world spun into darkness. But also, we shared the elegant solution, derived from not only public data but a touch of classified data too. So, now what? Now it's time that we need your help. This involves, for the most part, sending an email to a local professor. Now, there is in fact a right and a wrong way to do this. Let me give you an example. Starting right at the beginning. One of these greetings has a chance of them clicking the video link. The other will have them click the delete button. Consider the difference between a combative, you are wrong attitude and a request for help understanding, one that comes with the implied respect for their opinion and for their professorship position and for the science itself. Below this video, I've gone ahead and typed out a near-perfect draft letter. You can literally copy and paste it with the professor's name and then your name at the bottom. Someone said on the movie comments, okay, nice video, but so what? This isn't going to change anything. Well, no, not with that attitude, it's not. I did as much as could be done with the collection, interviews, and recognizing that Peratt science was the key. The remainder is a test of the power of the Observer's Collective. We greatly appreciate your support. We've got wind maps and shots of our star to close. We'll do this all again tomorrow, right here, but right now it's 4:20 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.